they stand against my Israel? How dare they stand? What I told Abraham was, stand from that place and look, and whatever you see, I shall give to you and to your descendants forever. The Spirit of God said, I did not say for a season, for a time, for a few years, for a few decades, for a few centuries, for a few millennium. I said forever.
Yeah.
Israel is forever. My church is forever. So God says, I will move into Israel. I will surround them. I will surround them, says the Lord. And suddenly they shall say, what has happened? What has happened to our plans? And for God said, as Israel shall no longer, as they say Israel shall no longer be called Israel, so God says, America shall be called by no other name, for they will stand together. For God said, the Islamic influence, the Islamic influence, the wickedness that is trying to creep in has succeeded. And God says, thus far and no more. Thus far and no more. Yeah! Thus far and no more. Thus far and no more. Thus far and no more.
Israel, my love, my light. You took into your bowels the Son of the living God, and then presented him from that same soil of pain and blood to be the shining light to the world. I will not forget you. And to those who have been born out of Israel, Yeshua. I have given to you, and now is the time as the heavens have opened. I have given to you favor, says the Lord. I have given to you an authority to trample upon what you just heard, coming from the depths of despair and the dungeons of hell. You have been granted peace. For I have released cherubim, seraphim, and two mighty angels to fight and to battle over Persia and over the lakes and the mountains. My people have entered a door you cannot return. Now raise your hands to him. I heard him say, the time has come. The time has come for the nations to know the power of my word and my Son. They shall open their hearts. A 5-year period of amazing grace is coming. Grace, grace, grace from the mountains, grace from the towns, grace from the villages, grace from the counties, and grace from the states, and grace from the nations. Grace! 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 Grace!
That's so powerful.
Oh, Donna.
What do we say after that?
This is the thing with your dad. There isn't much to say. And, you know, almost every single one of those clips I was there with him for, except for one. I remember them, the ones in Detroit in particular, and you just see, we've said it so many times in the last couple of years of your dad's life, Israel was his focus, and you can't deny that. When, you know, anybody out there who might, you know, you can say, oh, well, Kim Clement was right about all these things. He certainly wasn't wrong about Israel, and he spoke so much about this eternal covenant between God and Israel. And we see this, you know, that despite this global anti-Semitism, that covenant cannot be broken. And that's what your dad was seeing. It's mind-blowing to me.
Absolutely. And you know what's so encouraging is that he did see a period of grace. And it was so powerful hearing him shout that, because we so need that. And, you know, it is overwhelming to see how much anti-Semitism there is. Just, it's surrounding us. And, you know, I often think, I wish that I could share some of these prophecies and some of these facts with some of the people, especially on the right,
oh, yeah,
who have fallen into the trap and the prison of anti-Semitism, because truly it is. Those who have that issue are tormented. I watched Rashida Tlaib swearing and frothing at the mouth, screaming and shouting after the ceasefire and the peace agreement.
Yes.
And you see that it's a hunger that can never be satisfied, a thirst that can never be quenched, because that is the goal of the enemy. And so we have to pray for those people too. You know, your instinct, especially if you are seeing clearly now the truth, one's instinct would be to be angry with them, to attack them. But really we should pity them, because they're in a prison and they are blind and they are lost. And it is to them that we are called. And so the responsibility of that weighs heavier and heavier on me as I see a generation of people young people who are simply blind. But God has called them, and God will reach them where we can't. And so that's why it's so important, the work that we're doing here at the House of Destiny. It's sort of a strange little corner we're in over here. And that's always the way it was with my dad. It didn't quite fit with most denominations. A lot of churches didn't know how to receive him and what to think. But God chose an interesting package in my dad in which to deliver the truth to a generation. And I think it was a perfect package. And so, again, I'm very proud of my dad today. And I'm so grateful for this period of grace that God has given us. And all of us here feel very humbled by that, in the realization of what is truly occurring in the earth. And so thank you for joining me today, Christy. I know you and I are going to do some extra analysis for our partners.
And some people are raising concerns about some things, Donna, and that we obviously don't feel comfortable sharing right now. We don't really want that out there on social media. But there's some important points we do need to discuss on the other side of what's going on, and some concerns people have raised. But that we're going to do now in the partner analysis.
Yes, we are. When they say peace and safety.
Yes.
And we do notice that when my dad was prophesying these things, he said, your enemies will stand with you for a season.
Yes.
He saw a 5-year period of grace. So it's not going to last forever, because we understand what is prophesied in the Bible.
Yes.
As well. And we know that we are nearing those times, in those times. It's difficult to pinpoint where. And we listen to so many prophecy teachers who are trying to figure it out, as they always have. But for now, we rest in the comfort, knowing that this season of grace is upon us, and that we have to take advantage of every moment of it.